start, I guess, let's just touch base about what this week's going to look like and what you should be working on. So obviously it's the end of the 9 weeks. You have your midterm over Sonia on Wednesday. Okay. You can expect on that day, you have like a written test over the book. You also have 2 things due that day. You have your questions that you should have been working on as you've gone through each chapter. There are 46 questions. So those are going to need to get turned in by Wednesday. And the quotes, right, you should be working on for our 5 themes. There's no magic number, but I would say for most of my quotes, I have at least the front page filled up, which is I think about 10 or 12 quotes, and a lot of them I have the back page filled up too. Now, you don't have to have the whole back filled up, but I would expect a minimum of like 10 to 12 quotes for each topic, I think is fair. So make sure you are continuing to work on that. That will be due on Wednesday. So it's a lot of points, right? That's each of those are 30 points. The midterm, I think, is like 60 points. So obviously a lot of points coming together. Otherwise, you'll get a participation grade. You know, some of you still have not turned in the little things that we've been doing along the way. That should not be difficult. You just need to do it. All right, you've had that bookmark, you've had the Venn diagram, you've had predictions. Let's see, the other day you had a little character thing for me on Friday where you're supposed to like cut and paste little pictures of what you think each character looks like. All of these things can be done by hand, or of course you can just use clip art and put them together like that. Today you have your last one. It is called Una Tarjeta Postal. It's a little postcard that I will tell you about at the end of class. So I mean, all those are worth like 5 or 10 points each. So they add up. If you're not getting your stuff in, your grade's probably looking sort of low. So I will accept anything you want to give me related to Sonia. And I guess I would need it all, you know, obviously by Wednesday, ideally. So any questions where we're headed, what we're doing, what I need from you? Okay. I think it's pretty clear. You just have to do it if you have not for some crazy reason.
Wait, yeah, again, like what we have to do.
Oh, just all the little assignments that we've done along the way, and plus keeping track of your quotes and your questions. Okay, well, let's do it. So let's see. I think today we have Luca and Caleb. So why don't you guys head to chapter 32, which is on page 263. So make sure you got your PDFs open and you've got your questions out if you have a question, or you got your quotes out if you're hoping to add on to it or share with us. And Grupo, as soon as you are ready, go for it.
All right, I'll share my screen and then Caleb will start.
Okay.
Wait, which one we do first?
We're doing the slide.
Oh, okay. So we had chapter 32 to 34 summary. The main characters are Ama, Sonia, and Junko.
Okay.
In chapter 32, Junko went to court because he attempted to steal a car stereo out of a BMW, and the lawyer was trying to plead that Junko is not guilty. In chapter 33, Miss Havallano was giving Sonia a bunch of packages to do so she can have a better chance of graduating with her class. And she talked about she felt a lot better at home when her Junko was in prison. in chapter 34, Sonia talked a lot about her favorite holiday, her family's favorite holiday, Cinco de Mayo.
Mhm.
All right, and then my part, I did like the quotes and everything.
Okay,
No, I gotta get this thing out of here.
you're fine.
Where is it? Here it is. All right. Sorry, it looks weird when I copy and pasted it. It
No,
copy and
it's
pasted
fine.
it.
Doesn't matter. No worries.
All right. So the first one was a stereotype in the first chapter on page 265. When the two people that she thought were lawyers were looking at her and laughing at her, and she said, "I had just become the butt of some sort of look at how young these Mexican girls pump out babies joke."
Mhm.
And my second one was in, I think, the same chapter. There's another stereotype on page 274. And she said, no, it was the next chapter. And she said, I mean, we've got to get more Latinos walking these halls with diplomas instead of babies, right? And in that, she was referring to what the teacher had told her
Mhm.
previously. And it was kind of like a throwback to like, look at what you said.
Yep.
And my next one is about illegal immigration on page 267. And it was when the lawyer was talking about the drunkle, and he said, this man is a burden to society in many, many ways, which is just like he's not paying his taxes, but I wouldn't say he's a burden to society. And then my last one was a stereotype on page 265. And it was her responding or wanting to respond to the lawyers from the first one saying, I felt like chasing after them to explain, hey, these aren't my kids. Because she's like, she's embarrassed, or
Mhm.
she's not embarrassed, but they think things about her and they're assuming things about her.
Yep.
And their activity is going to be a Kahoot. It's just 7 questions.
Okay. All right, if you're not there, let's get there, please. We need at least 5 more people. Let's go.
Should I start?
I mean, I guess, where's everybody? What's going on? Give it a second.
I'll,
We're going the wrong way. There we go. We're up to 15 again. 16. Anybody having trouble getting on that needs a second? I mean, I think we should have more like 20, but
so I should go? I
yeah.
should start?
do that.
All right, it's still open in case anyone wants to go in. All right,
Oh, double.
they're all double. When did Drunkle get arrested for? Stealing a car radio. What did Sonia mean when she said she wanted to be la primera, the first? The first to graduate in her family, because a lot of people that come to America that are immigrants, they usually don't graduate. True or false? Cinco de Mayo is Sonia's favorite holiday. True.
Nice job, Jake.
All right, another true or false. Tia Luna is not religious. False. She is in fact religious. All right, what did Sonia buy for Isabel? A sign language book for babies. Dang, Jake. Good you, bro. Who is Miss Havaiano? She's Sonia's home studies teacher. All right, last question. True or false? Junkle is creepy. Yes or no? Of course, he is creepy. If you said
Super.
false, you are also creepy.
All right, Dariana, nice job. Jake for a point. And Anna, nice work. And Todd and Aaron, good job too.
All right, should I stop sharing?
Yeah, I'm good. All right, Grupo, that was good. Did you have anything else? Are we good?
We're good.
Good. All right, give them a little applauso. Nice work, guys. Hit all the highlights. Just want to hit a few more quotes and go from there. So, what do we got? Who wants to share one? Some of you could desperately use some participation points, just saying. And then some of you have done an awesome job with participation. So, again, throwing it out there if anybody wants to share one. Feel free to get your hand up. I'm going to pause Anna for just a second, only because you have a bajillion points, which is good. See if anyone else has one. Anyone? Ta also has enough points, but I would be willing to let him share one. Anybody else? Erin, she's getting one first. Go ahead, Erin. What page?
Chapter 32, page 264.
Okay, everybody had to 264. I had one on that page too. I bet she has the one I have. Go ahead, Erin.
I put for discrimination, maybe white babies were being checked too, but I have a feeling that if they were, the guards certainly weren't being rude to the parents as they did so.
Yep, I had the exact same quote under discrimination. Thanks, Erin.
What page did you say?
That was 264. All right. Who else has one? Todd, did you want to share one, or was that the one you were going to share?
I got nothing.
I didn't quite catch that. You have another one, or you don't?
I do.
Okay, yeah,
On
give us the page number.
271, chapter 32. Look at how young these Mexican girls pump out babies. I put that for stereotypes.
Okay. Yes. You said 271?
Yes. 271.
I feel like I know that quote, but I don't know if it's on that page. Okay. All right. Well, I actually might be missing it. Is it on there? Otherwise, it's still a good quote. I just had it. I don't think I had it on that page. I'm not seeing it, but I get what you're saying. Anna, did you still have another one?
Did we read chapter 34? I read ahead, so I don't remember.
Yeah, it's always hard to remember. Yes, we did do 34. I know I have to be so careful.
Okay.
Try not to say things that we haven't heard.
Yeah. So on page 279 for values of Hispanic families, I said when it came to Cinco de Mayo, our whole street was shut down so every family on the block could participate in a grand fiesta of cultural pride.
Yep, I had that too. And you had that under like values of Hispanic families, maybe, or yeah, me too. Yep, that's a good one. 279, talking about the importance of Cinco de Mayo. And again, it really is an important holiday for Mexican Americans because again, you have Mexican holidays, you have American holidays. This is really the only one that's like specifically geared towards Mexican American holidays. So it is a big deal. Good. What else you got? Kylan.
So I had the same quote as the people who presented, but I had more to it.
Okay, what page?
Page 267
Mhm,
for under illegal immigration.
mhm.
I put this man is an illegal, this man is a criminal, this man is a burden on society in many, many ways. Hospital, jails, ... What doesn't this type of person negatively affect for the average American?
I agree. I have that too. So again, it's definitely focused on illegal immigration and some of the problems, right? Because we're certainly not saying all illegal immigrants are one way or another, right? They're not all great. They're not all terrible. This guy is terrible. So there certainly are some. Okay. Anybody else? I'm looking to see what I wanted to share. We hit most of the highlights. Yes, what you got?
On page 282, tradiciones are big in the Hispanic community for values of Hispanic families.
Yeah, I have that too. First line of the page, 282. Okay, if you're looking for one on Hispanic values, tradiciones are big in the Hispanic community. All right, it's all based on tradition, familia, tradition. Good. Anybody else? I still have, let me see. Too many more. Actually, maybe just one more we really didn't mention. I had one on page 281. If you need another one for Hispanic values. I think then we've done all of them actually. It's kind of at the bottom half of that second paragraph on the page. It says, after all, a real vato, she's talking about her dad, had to do what he had to do to support his familia, right? So that's why he was missing Cinco de Mayo. So again, just an example of him putting his family first. All right. Well, I think that seems like most of the ones I had too. So we got 2 more chapters. All right. So let me show you what I would like you to work on today. And then, unless you are my very last group, Jack, S, and Charlie, you guys can hang around. Once I explain this last thing, then you guys can go work on that, finish up, work on your quotes, your questions, etc. All right, so if you want to go to the current lesson, you will see where we're at. I'm sharing it, but so we did our group. We're going to do this tarjeta postal. So you've got one last little activity to do. It's a postcard, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. And then, of course, here are your last 2 chapters. So let me show you what that tarjeta postal looks like. Make sure you know what you're doing. So this is kind of a little, you get to pick and share with us. It says, write a postcard to your best friend about your favorite part of the book. Okay, so you can decide if there's a certain part that you really liked or a certain storyline, then that's what I want you to focus on. You're going to choose the main event from that part of your book, and you're going to share that with your reader. Okay, you're going to mention how the main event relates to one of the 5 themes. You're going to discuss how the situation would make you feel, so what you think about it. And finally, you're going to decorate it with clip art or a picture. So here's the front. So this is where you're going to decorate. Now, you have some choices. You can put some clip art on here. You can put 1 picture. You can put a few pictures, make it like a collage. You can draw if you'd rather just draw something. You're welcome to either print this out or just draw a square on a piece of paper. Okay, the old-fashioned way is fine, and you can write some words or some symbols or some pictures, whatever you want to do. Then this is where you write on the back of the postcard, right? This is where your friend's name goes. You can put their address if you want to. And remember when you're writing, so you're picking your favorite part, you're talking about one event, how it relates to the themes, how you feel about it, what you think about it. And of course, you just give me a couple sentences in English. Again, you should be able to click on here and type, or again, you can remake it on a different document, or you can do it by hand on a piece of paper. So however you want to do it is totally fine with me. And just like in all the other activities, then you have a little place that you can click on. It says Tarjeta Postal, and that's where you want to upload it right there. Okay. So, I mean, I'm giving you this the last activity. You can do it today / tomorrow, but I will want that. I think I put the date of Wednesday on there. So make sure you finish up all your little activities by Wednesday. Anybody have a question on your Tarjeta Postal?
Yeah, I do. What were those 3 lines for again?
Oh, on the right, that's where you just put like your friend's name, and if you want to put their address, or you can just put their name. That's like typically on a postcard where you put the name and address. Anybody else? Question, concern? Okay, well, if you know what you need to do, then I'm happy to give you the last, what do you got, 20 minutes or so to go do that. Reading, questions, quotes, anything else you're missing, and your postcard. Obviously, if you are one of the 2 people going tomorrow, stick around and I'll put you in a chat room so you guys can talk real quick. Otherwise, hasta mañana.